Alright, so hello everyone, my name is Emily Hamilton. I'm just doing a quick presentation. I want to warn people about the effects of lead. This is something that I honestly did not have very much knowledge on until this class, so it's really interesting and pretty scary, so I wanted to just kind of share it with everyone. So I included a few pictures here and there, but so one is just some physical effects, and then lead fragments in a GI tract. So this is mostly going to be focusing on the effects of humans, but of course it is affected towards animals and especially the environment. But we're just gonna focus on humans right now, so you can stay safe. So lead PB on the table, just if you want to look it up. So health effects on children. So children and adults are kind of affected a bit differently. Children definitely get affected a bit stronger, and they get more long-term effects. So I just kind of want to start off by explaining some ways that lead can become in contact with you. So one of the most basic things is, it's in metal. So it's in like car batteries, those types of things. It can be released from certain substances, but it is also used in everyday life. Basically, like a lot of homes built before 1970s are actually have lead-based paints, and they are covered up by more safer paints, but of course with time those paints will diminish, and then that toxic paint is then just out in the open. And especially kids, they're everywhere, they're jumping, they're having fun, and especially exposed to this toxin, or what can be toxic. So it can be almost everywhere. So just to kind of talk about how this affects children, one of the most scariest things that can happen, of course, one of the far more like range of the scale is death. Of course, anything if lead is just overexposed, both to any human age, doesn't matter, it can cause death. But on children especially, it can cause brain and central nervous system to be negatively impacted. So what that means, it can be reduce it can reduce the amount that children attain as far as information, lower social skills. They won't be able to learn as well, they won't be able to function as well. Their brain basically won't be able to properly develop and function as a proper human being should be able to. And then of course this will lead to their intelligence to diminish. They aren't able to think and learn normally, basically. Now let's look at adults. So adults, have a lot, and this can go for children as well, but I did want to focus on the brain development on children, since it is heavily, the brain is heavily impacted by lead. So adults, some things that can happen: kidney disease, anemia, problems in pregnancy. What I mean by that is trigger warning if you don't want to hear about this stuff, but it can cause the pregnancy to be terminated. It can also cause just problems with the fetus growing. So moving on to adults as well, high exposure to lead can cause death. Like I said before, this is an extreme scale. Basically, if you are overexposed to lead, it can cause death. High blood pressure, joint and muscle pain, headaches, of course, abdominal pain, and mood instability. So you might not feel like yourself. Your mood might shift and change abnormally. So some of the ways to prevent this would be washing your hands. Constantly wash your hands, but that is, of course, with everything. It's something that we all should be doing to prevent getting sick, especially now. Prevent being on soil as lead can stay in soil for long periods of time. And just using products without lead in them, make sure that the paint that is used in your home is toxic free, has, more as natural as can be, non-toxic chemicals in them. Keep home well maintained and cleaned. And then as for the soil part, that's for everyone, but especially children. Kids can go have fun and play in the soil all the time. And if you're in areas where that soil is, has a lot of lead in it, then that can potentially be very harmful. All right, so thank you so much for listening to this.